So welcome to Ask a Puppy Trainer Show, episode 123. The puppy that you guys saw wasn't actually a puppy. It was an 11-year-old dog named Coconut, and she's the mascot of Puppy Academy. She's the whole reason we even exist. So we thought we'd showcase you guys. All right, so this is from Cora on the bright side. Hi, how are you? I am spectacular. Thank you. Just got back from Vegas, bachelor party. We are tired still, so my energy's not what it normally is. I apologize. And the first question was about a dog who was pooping in the house constantly. Would go outside, use the outside area, would go on the potty patch, all of that, pee, poop there, come back inside, poop inside the house again. This is very, very common. So the questions I have to ask are, one, are you crating? That's the easiest method to getting on a schedule. And if not, do you have your puppy still on a schedule? What I mean by that is, are they on leash in the home? Do they have free access to go wherever they want? Are they able to go inside and outside the home whenever they want? All of these things will lead to potty accidents in the home. And a lot of questions, the biggest question I get is, but Sparky, I've had a previous dog that was able to do this no problem. Why can't this new dog do it? Because you had a unicorn. I currently have a unicorn, and I guarantee you my next dog will not be a unicorn. Some dogs just get it. They get it right away, and if that's the case, that's the dog you had before, you probably didn't need training for it. Most dogs, though, need to have structure. So usually crate, they go in the crate, they come out, we take them outside for potty, put them on a dedicated spot, on leash, always on leash. So you're the one teaching bladder control and how to potty on command. Then they come back inside the house if they pottied, and then they have their free time in the home, and all of it is still done on leash, guys. No puppies who are jumping, nipping, pulling, biting, or having potty accidents or any sort should be off leash in the home. All it does is give them too much freedom, and it asks for an opportunity for them to make a mistake. The whole goal of what we teach is to prevent potty accidents, to prevent behavioral issues like jumping, nipping, pulling, and biting, because all of that prevention is a much clearer understanding for your puppy later on. So that's a big one for us, is try to be more preventative. Let's say, though, that you do have your puppy on a leash. They're in the house with you. You think that they have to go potty. And by the way, yes, you are holding this leash if you don't crate train. Because if you don't crate train, they're not kept in one small area. They're still able to drag that leash wherever they go. So I tie that leash to your hip. They become your shadow. The reason we do that, it starts allowing you to look for cues. You see your puppy sniffing around in one spot in a circle. They gotta poop. Take him outside. All these like little cues that you see are your ways of understanding when your puppy has to go potty, where they go potty, and what are their signs that they need to go potty. And not just that, but then you can elongate it. You can go from them holding it for an hour and going potty to then holding it for 2 hours and going potty, 3 hours and going potty. And yes, the free time also grows with their age as well. I have a dog on 3 hours of crate time. They're doing an hour and a half of free time. Yes, still on leash, just so they know the role and they know what they're supposed to do. But yeah, the biggest thing is that if they don't go potty outside, they don't get freedom to move around inside the home. They're still confined to staying right next to you. If you take them off the leash after they've gone potty outside and you have a confined area, like maybe a couple play gates, then you should be fine. Ooh, that light is bright. Can't see anything. I was also wondering if you have a video of anxious, high-strung dogs, high-strung puppies. She goes crazy when somebody comes in the house, especially a man, and she is very misbehaved. For that, I would highly recommend hiring a private dog trainer. It sounds like that might be leaving more of that puppy world and entering more of the adolescent adult dog world. And because of that, I do recommend usually hiring a professional balanced dog trainer to come in your home and teach you different ways of teaching thresholds, mitigating energy, and also creating stronger boundaries on that one. We do have our online school. There are quite a few videos in our library, as well as our main video sequences, that have different ways of controlling space and controlling energy. But if you feel like there's any form of aggression forming, hire a private trainer to come into your home and help you out. If it's just puppy barking and maybe just they're high energy trying to go chase them down and jump on them and give them love, then puppyacademy.com, check out the online school. That is truly the best resource for you, because it has all the different videos on how to build really strong thresholds and understanding through boundaries. Yeah, you got a couple questions, Five.
Okay. This one's on TikTok.
This one is from TikTok. One person wrote, so John Carter, love name, speaking of crate, is a puzzle toy or similar device okay in a 5-month-old crate when we're gone. Absolutely not. No. I only need to see the rest of it. When you guys are gone, that is when puppies choke. So if I am there, I tend to give something like maybe a Kong. If they're crazy strong chewers like a Pitty, a German Shepherd, a Hound Dog, then I'm gonna do the black Kong. If they're a medium chewer, I'll do the red Kong. If they're itty bitty little baby puppies and they just need something to kind of entertain them, I'll do the blue or the pink Kong, which are meant for really light chewers. A big dog getting that blue or pink, they're gonna shred that thing. You can do a couple things with it. You can go to Whole Foods or your local grocery store, get an all natural peanut butter. Only peanuts, can't have safflower oil, sunflower oil, none of that crap in it, because that's actually poisonous to dogs. And then what you do is you just kind of dip your finger in the peanut butter, smear it on the inside channel of that Kong. If they're intense chewers, freeze it. It'll make it a little bit harder and harder for them to get out. Or you can just give it to them in the crate, and that is something you can have as long as it's the right size for the size of your dog. Other options that you guys have is you could do those licky sticks, which are basically you just dip a stick in water and it's like goes in this mold and it actually clips in the side of your crate, and it literally is just an ice stick that your dogs can lick the ice off of. And licking is a way of kind of building comfort for your puppies as well. So that's another option for you. But any of these things that we give inside the crate, bedded bones and nylobones, also very good as well. Make sure they're the correct size, and they're not the edible ones. The biggest thing is choking hazard for us. Choking hazard in the crate, you're not there, not a happy situation. So big thing is make sure your puppy's safe in the crate. Can you do the licky mats and the puzzle games and all that outside of the crate in the playpen? Absolutely. If you guys have been coming for a while, you know that we have 3 parts of free time: walk and play, training, supervised separation time. That supervised separation time, that is a big one. That's where I put dogs in a playpen, or I do like a back tie tether, put them on their dog bed, and that's where I'll give that licky mat. That's where I'll give that puzzle toy. And it just entertains the brain and allows them to kind of like unwind in a sense, unless they're already high drive dogs, in which it might build drive. Licky mats build drive because they're shuffling through it. The calmest method for bringing a dog down is licking. So whatever you have that allows them to lick, not dig, search, and move things around. Just give you an idea on that one. So I'd say the Kong is probably the best one for that because they can lick the peanut butter out and allows them to self-soothe. All right, and this is from Ray Taff. Hi, I have 2 puppies around 6 weeks old. Oh, girl, you're not gonna have a life for 6 months, but hey, good job. I've been reading your website, which has been super helpful, thanks. And it looks like most of your recommendations are for puppies around 8 weeks or older, so I want to reach out with a few questions in case you're able to help. 6 weeks is close enough usually. Can I follow the schedule for an 8-week-old with a 6-week-old? You absolutely can. You might just need to shorten it by about 15 minutes. So if you're doing the hour and a half in the crate, 30 minutes out of the crate, you could probably only get about an hour or 45 minutes to an hour in the crate. You may only be looking about like 20 to 25 minutes out of the crate. Baby puppies sleep more than you can imagine, like truly like real babies, like 20, 22 hours a day. 12 weeks, 8 weeks, all those guys when they're a little bit older, that's when you get to maybe like that, let's say like 16 to 20 hours a day. So yeah, you're gonna be doing a lot of crating and just in and out, in and out, in and out, lots of potty time, lots of good training in between. When starting to teach the puppies their names, should I train one pup at a time? Can the pup that's waiting in the same room, or should they be separated during training? I'm gonna save you some heartache right now, because you didn't even ask the question, but I'm gonna answer it anyways. You need to create separation in general. These dogs need to be away from each other for the next probably 2 to 4 months. Minimal exposure to each other. They're not hanging out next to their crates aren't together, their beds aren't together, they're not coming out of the crate at the same time. You're staggering their free times, which means yes, you work a lot harder, but littermate syndrome, and they don't have to be littermates, they just have to be gotten at the same age and acquired at the same time and live together and grow up together. Littermate syndrome is atrocious. It is one of the most difficult things any owner can ever experience, because the dogs tend to learn to respect each other and not you as the leader of the household. And that's littermate syndrome. They grow up together, they depend on each other, and they stop depending on you, which means that we lose our value to them. They don't want to listen to us. They don't want to follow us. They have more potty acts. They have more dog fights. All these different things. That's a big one for us. So What are some solutions? I'm not just going to tell you you're screwed. I'm going to tell you how to make it so you're not screwed. So, crating in separate rooms. Literally separate rooms. One is in the master bedroom, one is in the guest bedroom, one of your kids' bedrooms. You stagger the time they come out of their crate. You're lucky though because they're 6 weeks old, so they're only coming out 20, maybe 25 minutes, 30 if you're really lucky at a time. So one puppy comes out and you train that puppy for, let's say, 5 minutes. And it's the name recognition. You asked how to teach them their name. My recommendation for teaching name is do name recognition and coming when called. So it's literally have food, say their name, show them the food, bring it to your face, good treat. Name, good treat. Name, eye contact, good treat. And then name, food to the nose, come, take 2 to 5 steps back, good treat. Name, 2 to 5 steps back, good treat. So you're basically teaching them to come when called. Name recognition, coming when called. The 2 most valuable commands you'll ever teach a dog. If anyone's in our online school or anyone has seen it, that is the first video that you'll ever learn from is name recognition, come when called. It's just that important. So yes, separator and training, all that. When potty training, how do I know if my backyard grass is safe from fleas, viruses, etc.? Should I only use pee pads until they've been vaccinated? The puppies haven't been vaccinated yet. Honestly, your grass probably isn't the safest thing, but it's a lot safer than most of the grass patches around your neighborhood. Things that I think about though, they do have deflea treatments for yards. It's literally a spray that you connect to your hose, and I think it's got like clove or something in it, and it basically just kills all the active fleas in your yard, and then 2 days later, they'll all be back. So, I mean, there's only so much you can do if I'm being honest with you. Raccoons, squirrels, possums, birds even. They all carry fleas. They all carry all the bad things, all the viruses. But if you don't have a heavily used yard for like small animals like rodents going through as like a passing, then you probably should be fine. And even if you do, maybe you can just block off one section of it. And then when you take your puppy out there, it's like a playpen outside. Put them inside of it, and that becomes your safe space. I cover all of it. Yeah, honestly, you should be fine. But one thing I'll mention as well is your puppy hasn't been vaccinated yet, and you're probably not walking them outside. I mean, I can tell you 99% of the vets are going to say don't walk outside yet, but that doesn't mean that you can't socialize your puppy. The common misconception of socialization with puppies, and I know I'm off topic, I'm just getting tired of great questions and I want to kind of move it into a different direction, but socialization of puppies outside is very, very important. That doesn't mean that they have to be on the ground, run up to a dog, say hello, and play. That's actually the opposite of what we want. That puts a lot of pressure on your puppy, and a lot of puppies tend to become anxious, nervous, or even aggressive and reactive because of that. What we recommend instead is you get like one of those like a puppy slings or a puppy stroller or whatever you need. I like the puppy sling because it's small and I can carry it. And I'm not putting it across my belly like this. I'm actually slinging it to my side as if I had a Coach man purse right on my arm, right on my shoulder. So they're hanging out right here. I'm not petting them. I'm not loving on them. They're just literally there to exist. They're there to see all the dogs, see all the people, see all the distractions. You're going to have hundreds of people coming up to you in the first couple weeks. Oh, sorry guys, we're actually just acclimating our puppy to outside. This world is a lot of pressure for a young puppy, so we're just helping him see it and not be a part of it yet. Maybe when he's a little bit older and you see us walking around the neighborhood. That's what I tell people when they come up to us. Because all you're trying to do is have your puppy see the world, experience it, and not think it's this big scary place. It's just another part of their life. That's a big one for us. Because a lot of people take the puppies out too early and then they get scared and then they have regression. Yeah, sure. TikTok though. All these questions are from Instagram, so I'm only answering TikTok questions right now. I'm only answering TikTok questions right now. All right. How do you stop a Shiba Inu from whining, barking so much? He'll be 1 in 2 weeks. Crate training, leash on inside the house, and lots and lots and lots of redirection work. That's the big one. The redirection work basically means that you look through your puppy, or technically an adult dog. 8 months or older is technically an adult dog. That's when we become adolescents, and it's like a 18-year-old or a 19-year-old, just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. I have a dog about to be 1-year-old, and I guarantee they are alerting you in some way that we may not be realizing. Body language is very, very Very important for us to read on our dogs. So let's say that I have a dog that's just kind of hanging out and all of a sudden it just perks up its ears. That's an alert. It is hanging out, looks, hyper focuses its ears. It does a look forward, double take. All of these things are cues. Even just frozen body language. When we hear a sound, the minute I hear that sound, I don't give my dog an opportunity to react. Or I see him perking up, ears, head turn, body tense, whatever it is, straight tail like a bullet. All of those things, I'm automatically picking up my leash. Puppy come or dog come, turn, walk away from that. And then I'll turn, walk towards it. The minute I see the body language perk up, step back, turn. It's like our let's go work, also in the online school, let's go work, stepping back, turning, and moving away from it. Turning, going back towards it. Place break, place sit down, good break. All the things that we do is our way of working our dog down. When dogs escalate, we call it loading. Loading is them being like, all right, I heard a sound, but we're good. Okay, it's still there. I'm not as good. All right, it's still there. I got to bark. Now I got to let them know it's there. I got to alert someone. All of those come in stages. You break that first stage. You break that connection to whatever he wants to bark at. And most time I can redirect him away from the bark. That's usually what I would try. Crating is a big one too, because very likely your dog is hyper alert. And if he's not sleeping 18 to 20 hours, older dog, a year old, maybe 16 to 20 hours a day. And I'm talking if you stand up in the room and walk out of the room and he's following you and he was just in a dead sleep, it wasn't a dead sleep. He's not actually sleeping. He's just resting. And that's not the same thing as what you get in the crate. So you might need to consider going to the crate. Yes, you will get a lot of whining, barking, and crying in the beginning, but he'll acclimate to it and he'll eventually settle down a little bit more. So a couple options for you. We bought 4-month puppy who had no contact with a leash and thus freezes when we put it on. She also is scared to go outside through the front door. Even when luring her with favorite treats, she was with her mom and siblings for 4 months solid. How do I build her confidence so she will take 1-2 steps forward with me on a leash? Okay, so one, I need to know food drive. So if your puppy has food drive, you're going to accomplish this a lot faster. If they don't have food drive, then you're going to want to build food drive. You build food drive training for meals. So you basically use the meal, use the meal for training. They don't want to eat, put the meal away, they skip that meal. A couple meals down the line, they're going to eat every bit of that kibble during the training process, during the training session. That's how you build food drive. But if the dog is just freezing with the leash in general, that dog drags the leash for the next 6 months in the house. Okay, maybe that's exaggerated. Maybe the next 6 weeks. But they need to drag a leash around the house. And maybe you put on the harness, you put on the leash, and they freeze. They're only going to freeze for so long. I mean, you keep moving around, you keep going about your day, and eventually they're going to get used to it. They're going to get bored sitting there. They're going to stand up, walk 10 feet, see the leash freeze again, but you just got 10 feet, whereas before you're getting nothing. You'll get a gradual improvement as you do it more and more. And then when your puppy starts moving, start dropping kibble 4 or 5 feet away from them, or treats if you need to. Kibble, goes for the kibble, kibble, goes for the kibble, kibble, goes for the kibble. Front door. Have your puppy sit at that front door. Pick them up, set them outside that front door with you. Pick them up, carry, walk outside, set them back down, tell them good, walk back inside the door. Have them sit, pick them up, set them down outside, tell them good puppy, walk them back inside the door. And then have them sit inside the door, take your kibble, and sprinkle your kibble outside the door. See if they'll start kind of venturing out for it. But what you have to do is you have to show your puppy the outdoor world isn't scary. It's just a new place. It's just a new experience. Train your puppy outside in the front yard, backyard, neighborhood, side yard, driveway, garage, wherever you can. Just try to get them out of their comfort zone and build the confidence in the area that they're afraid of. And let me clarify that, because now I got people that are going to go down to the Redondo Pier and try to take the dogs with them. Find an area in that scary place that's as quiet as possible. So it's like your giving stage. So if I have a front yard and I have this pillar that blocks like a 3-foot radius, I put my dog bed behind that pillar and I pattern my dog onto the bed, off of the bed, onto the bed, which protection from the pillar, off of the bed, now no protection, able to see everyone walking by. So you start acclimating to things like that. So they start looking to you for guidance rather than relying on their fear to tell them what to do. All right, let's go with the Instagram question. I feel bad now. No, we'll go Instagram. I
The
feel bad.
first one we got, somebody hasn't, they're getting a new puppy, they don't have it yet. Any tips?
This question was, I don't have a puppy yet. I'm getting one. Any tips? You go to thepuppyacademy.com, look up online school, buy it. It's on sale. It will save you a lot of trouble. Otherwise, I'll see you when you get your puppy. It's always on sale.
It's not on sale.
It's on sale.
It's definitely cheaper than what we should
It's on
charge.
sale. Okay, it's a lot cheaper than we should charge because we should be charging $4,000 for it.
Exactly.
That's how good it is.
Yes.
And we're not charging anything close to that because we're up and coming. Yay! So yeah, you should join it.
We're trying to help as many people as possible.
And we're up and coming. Okay, so
We're not up and coming.
for the online school we are.
The Puppy Academy has been here for almost 8 years.
Give me a second, guys. I have an argument. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I forgot. I lost my train of
The
thought.
online school is newer, yes.
It is newer. It's about 2 years old, and everything that's grown, takes a while to build. But it is significantly cheaper than it should be. It has a ton of resources, and of all the programs I've looked at, this is by far the most packed-in program with the maximum amount of resources. Everything you need to know is in the first 5 videos of our library, and number 1 of our actual series that goes through all the training. A couple tips to get though is look up a crate schedule. You need to get your puppy on it the second they enter your house. Don't do the whole, what they call it, enrichment walk around your home. All you're showing your puppy is all the things they want to chew later on. That's not necessary. Get them on a schedule, show them where their potty spots are, give easy training commands. Food to the nose, eye contact, good treat. Food to the nose, 2 to 3 steps back, say come, good treat. Place, break, sit, break. All the easy ones. Don't even ask for duration. Don't even be like, sit, stay, stay, stay. Good, good, good. Sit, break, good job. Sit, break, good job. Make it easy, make it fun. So then when they get older, they want to work for you. Just make it fun. Have fun with your puppies. Don't give too much affection, which is the big one that we do when new puppies come in. It's the easiest way to develop separation anxiety. Crate will help you with that. Supervised separation will help you with that. All the things I'm telling you guys is to make it so you don't have a separation anxiety puppy and you have a happy, well-balanced family dog. That's what I'm trying to build here. That was a good question. I'm glad we answered it. Thanks, Kimberly. I'm starting to get less cranky. My caffeine's kicking in. I was mean this morning. Oh, shit. All right. Just watched your crate training video. I've watched many of your IG short Q&As. Love it. Getting a two... Oh, wait. You watched your crate training video? Is that the one we posted? The crate training video? Okay, we have a lot of them, so I like that you're watching. That makes me happy. Getting a 2-month-old puppy on Saturday. Ooh, that sounds exciting. My question, our bedroom is upstairs. When we have to get up during the night for potty, is it okay to take her into the bathroom to go on a potty pad? The time to get downstairs to the yard in the beginning is probably going to mean an accident in my arms. I doubt she will make it. I don't want to encourage bad peeing, but any suggestions? Love your tips. You and Bethany are easy to listen to. Love it. Yeah, Bethany. Oh, Bethany, just having babies, leaving us for 6 months. How rude. Okay. Yes, everything you said is awesome. You guys are on the right track. You can absolutely use a potty pad in the bathroom. For an 8-week-old, said 8-week-old, right? 2-month-old, yeah, 8-week-old puppy, you can absolutely use a potty pad. I'll be honest, I don't even think I'd take an 8-week-old puppy outside to go potty at night, just because all the critters, there's a lot of predators out there, and also the darkness can be incredibly distracting because it's like the unknown to this new puppy. Potty pad in the bathroom, A-okay, 100%, but treat it in the same way as you would anything else. Puppy comes out of the crate, pick them up, put their gear on, leash as well. I know it's a pain in the tuchus at 2 a.m. Walk them to the potty pad, pause, set them down, go potty, neutral. I'm not frozen, I'm standing like a tree. Stand like a tree. And eventually they go potty, good puppy, good potty. 2 to 3 minutes of waiting max, guys. That's all we're doing. We do more than that though, and you're gonna be out there for a while. You're gonna be in there for a while, and they're eventually just gonna start sniffing around and trying to play. 2 to 3 minutes, and then they go back in the crate for another 10 to 15 minutes. Also, it's a great way of seeing if you're getting psyched out. If they go in the bathroom, they just sit in there for 2 to 3 minutes and they don't go, put them back in the crate. Let them sleep it off. And then maybe 30 minutes later, 20 minutes later, you wake up and you take them out of the crate. Don't let them bark at you. Don't let them whine at you. Don't let them say, human come, human potty, good human. No, we don't do that. They don't give us obedience command. We give them obedience command. So make sure that if they are barking a lot to get out of the crate for potty, the first time it's okay, walk up to the crate, stand there and pause. Bark, 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 bark. Don't do anything. Bark, bark, bark. Open the crate, then bring them out. Later on, that 15 to 30 minutes later, they're whining, crying in the crate. Wait for a break in that whining and crying, and then you go over the crate to take them out and give them a chance to go potty. Usually, eventually, they'll go potty, or you'll get psyched out and you just don't have to do it anymore. You just go back to bed. How am I doing on time? All right, I'm out of it.
You're going to go like 2 minutes over because we were late.
I know. I'm already almost 2 minutes over. Can we do another one of the live ones? Okay. This is from P.S. My 4-month-old Frenchie can't stay alone for even a minute. Does he have separation anxiety? Yes. Yes, he does. No, I don't know. Is he in the crate? Is he in the bedroom? Give me some info. Where is he? Is there more? Okay. Yeah, I just need to know, is he in the crate? Is he in the bedroom? Is he free roaming your home? All of these things play a big role in it. If I leave the house for any reason, my dog's in the crate. Man, I can't get this. I got to answer that too before I get off. Is the puppy in the crate? If the puppy's not in the crate, the puppy should be in the crate. If the puppy is free roaming the house, that should not be happening. If my puppy is tethered and I'm leaving the home, that's a choking hazard. The key to this story is put your puppy in a crate. They're still going to bark though. They're still going to whine and cry and do all that stuff, but it's going to make it easier and easier to do. Because very likely is your puppy is probably sitting right at that door. I had a dog like probably 3 years ago named Bodie. He was a really, really sweet dog. He had some of the worst separation anxiety I've ever seen in my entire career. It was some of the worst. And we had to go in stages. We actually had to put the crate by the kitchen table, which could look at the door, and we did that for like 2 months. That just got to the point to where she was gonna leave, she'd put the dog in the crate, mosey around the house for another like 5-10 minutes just so the dog didn't get used to going in the crate, and then mom leaves right away, negative association being built. It was in the crate, hang out, then come out, and then we would leave, come back, walk around the house for 5-10 minutes. Don't let the dog out of the crate right away. That feeds into instant gratification, which then feeds into the separation anxiety and the demand barking. So crate, that's your biggest thing. And you got to find some way of making it beneficial to where he starts calming down more and more. The crate can be in the living room to start, then the kitchen, then the bedroom, and then eventually the master bedroom. And now you got a puppy who sleeps 16 hours a day, amazingly in the crate, and you don't have separation anxiety. If separation anxiety builds from where you're at, you might be giving me a call. Yeah, separation anxiety is really hard. Try to nip it in the bud when they're young by using crate or just giving some really, really good, strong boundaries. Brittany, man, get this mini golden doodle off my ankles. Love it. I love that. All right, theme of the day, leash. But how we use the leash matters. So I'm going to go over my 3-strike rule. I think the 3-strike rule is, let's mic a little bit, guys, sorry. The 3-strike rule is one of the most general ways of keeping consistent. So the easiest possible ways of making sure you do the same exact thing over and over and over again, which creates consistency. Granted, she's only 11 weeks old. Totally fine. You can do this for 11-week-old. And it was a mini golden doodle, so probably like 6 pounds, 7 pounds max. So that means that you're not going to be doing like any like hard yanks on the leash, nothing like that. I don't really do that for like 4 months old, honestly. I don't do it for 4 months old. 3-strike rule. Dog is on leash at all times. And I mean at all times unless in the crate or the playpen. When puppy is out of the crate, roaming around, and they're starting to get a little bit wild, a little bit nippy, a little bit jumpy. One, you're probably near the end of your free time window and they're probably ready for a nap. I'll just say that right off the bat. But strike one, take a breath. Because you're getting nipped at, you're getting frustrated, and that's okay. Because when I say no to my puppy in strike one, is literally I calmly pick up the leash, no, freeze. Don't do anything, don't move, don't say anything. Because most puppies, when you say no, they're going to do this. Take a step back and be like, what the heck was that? This isn't a punishment, really. This is more of an interrupter, a disruptor. The minute I say that no, I pause, and my puppy is like, what do you want? We're having fun. Grab a toy, insert the toy, or redirect and do a little bit of training. That first strike is just simple redirection. Does it work every time? Heck no, it works like 20% of the time, maybe 25 if you're lucky, but it's still worth it because as your dog gets better, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, you get the idea. It gets better and stronger every single time that you do it. Strike two, your puppy didn't listen. They went back to biting those ankles because the ankles are soft and they want to take a chunk out of them. Strike two, pick up your leash again. You guys see the theme? It's always leash. And this is where I'm going to be a bit more forceful with my body. I'm doing something called a body block, which is spatial pressure. This is me. My puppy's biting my ankles, and I will step in firmly. No. Move into my puppy. And it's not a kick. It's not anything crazy. It's literally just shuffle your feet in. No. Move in. And most puppies are going to do this. And back away, and they're going to look scared. They're going to look fearful. Your puppy's never having a scary day in their entire life. They don't even know the meaning of fear yet. They got the good life at home. It's not fear, it's surprise. They're surprised you're willing to escalate to their level and stay there and maybe even go one above it. So that moment of possibly looking fear, that's surprise, and that's your golden ticket. That's your golden window. You have 1.34 seconds to redirect from that moment into something else. No. Puppy, come, place, sit, good. No food yet. Come, place, sit, good. I'm using food, smell, lure, but I'm not giving it yet. Come, place, sit, good. Come, place, sit, good. And now my puppy's like dialed in, looking for the food, focused, good treat. When I got that dialed in puppy. Otherwise, am I teaching my puppy to bite my ankle, run the place, sit, and get food? Am I teaching my puppy to bite me? That's what you got to think about. So if I don't put enough time between the bite and the place, the bite and the redirection, the bite and the food, I'm teaching my puppy to bite me for food. Just something to consider. Okay, guys. Wow, I went from like dead to alive. That was exciting. Okay, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. I will see you guys next Wednesday, 12 p.m. Oh, shit. 1 p.m.? Man, I'm off. How many times have I cussed this time? 1 p.m. PST. Wow, you guys got a lot of swearing and a lot of dead Sparky today. Yeah. All right. Awkward smile and thumbs up. See you guys next week.